I
10
don't buy
months
it. I want to
ago,
see.
I saw this. I made a whole video about it. These are Meta's Orion AR glasses prototypes, which were super cool and overlaid software onto the world around you.
Oh
But
man,
they could never sell these things because the materials alone cost like 10
look how
grand.
fucking thick those are, Poindexter. Bro, I'm not trying to get shoved in the locker with these. Are you fucking kidding me?
And they're a bit too cumbersome, and they have a whole separate stick with a computer in it that's nearby, and they overheat, and the battery lasts like an hour. It was a cool proof of concept of a bleeding edge technology, but not a real product.
Sure.
Now here we are 10 months later, and they're handing me a finished product with a price tag and a release date. And it's these, the Meta Ray-Ban Display.
Oh, okay, that's a
Clever
lot
name,
better.
I know, but it's essentially an updated version of the Meta Ray-Bans, and it's massively better than the Orion prototype. Now, the main difference with these are a monocular display, meaning it's only showing up in one eye, the right eye, and it's fixed slightly lower and to the right of the middle of your vision, but it's still full color, plenty sharp, 42 pixels per degree to be exact, and more than bright enough to be seen outdoors. I tried these things outdoors.
Okay,
Gets
yeah,
up to
that'd be a
5,000
real
nits.
issue.
So it's like a real life little HUD in the corner of your vision that you can turn on or off at any time. And you still control everything through a neural band on your wrist that uses surface EMG technology to read the electrical impulses going through your arm as you make different gestures that you pretty quickly memorize and can draw discreetly and quietly with pretty good accuracy. You can scroll up, scroll down, select, you can go forward and backward, and even turn up and down volume by pinching in the air
That's
and
kind of cool.
twisting slowly. And as I'm getting to try these, I just keep thinking the rate of improvement is kind of insane. For example, the light leak you might remember from Orion was very evident. Like you could see clearly when someone was looking at something when they
Yeah,
were
you look like
activated
fucking Iron
with the
Man.
Orion glasses. Now, when I pull something up on the display in these, it's basically invisible to the outside world. The light leak is nearly completely gone. Now, of course,
Yeah,
this is a
invisible, except you're going to be like basically fondling like just, invisible tits out of nowhere while you're trying to play the thing.
much smaller field of view, but it's pretty impressive that from most angles, there is virtually no way to see that I'm looking at something on the screen in these glasses. Even with the perfect angles when the light hits just right, all you can really tell is that these glasses do have a waveguide in them, and I seem to be looking off to the side a little bit and not directly at you. And that's it. And for the neural band, the controls have gotten even more refined and precise. So back when I tried it 10 months ago, it was pretty good, but the idea of doing text input by just drawing letters in midair with your hand was just an idea. Now, it's an actual feature, and it's maybe the most reliable, quickest method of text input that I've tried with these. It's absolutely insane. I was writing whole sentences first try quickly with no errors. It was nuts. There's also no separate computer.
Bro looks high as shit. Right, you'd be thinking people are tweaking wearing these things. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're cool, but like, good lord, dude, could you imagine? Here's the problem: you buy them in order to be able to wear them out. You're not going to wear this at home. Like, come on, dude, right? You have a computer at home, so you're going to wear them going out, and then when you go out, you look fucking like an idiot. So like, it's hard. It's a hard sell.
Puck necessary for these, like there was with the prototype. Everything is self-contained in the glasses, which are admittedly definitely kind of thick.
Proof of
A
concept.
little less crazy than the Orions, but you can still tell there's some stuff going on with these if I walk by wearing them. And they weigh 69 grams. Nice.
69,
So
nice,
just
yeah.
as a non-glasses wearer, they are a little bit heavy. Like they're just heavy enough to not forget that I'm wearing them, but they're not super cumbersome, in my opinion. And of course, you cannot underestimate how much aesthetics matter if you're gonna be wearing this computer on your face. Like there needs to be some element of fashion. And I think they look better in person than they do on camera. And there's also two colors, either black or sand. And they actually come with a matching colored neural band, black or sand as well. Oh, and the charging case. The charging case is also pure genius. It can either hold the glasses inside, or you take them out and it folds down flat in like 2 seconds and still has enough room for 4 more charges of battery. This did not get enough attention for how awesome it was because it came in the middle of a keynote that was kind of an absolute disaster in so many other ways, but I'm impressed with the charging case. Now, here's the thing. These Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses have been out for like 4 years now. And they
Yeah,
have
for
been a hit,
4
actually.
years?
They let you talk to Meta's AI, and send messages with your voice and listen to music. But I'm fairly confident that the number one use of these by far is to use the built-in cameras to record POV videos. So the real question you might be asking is, all right, Marquez, what does
don't like
adding a
that.
display
Don't
into
like
the
that.
glasses actually get you? And I was thinking the same thing. I'm glad you asked, because I have the answers now. So number one, first and foremost, you can obviously see the UI of the glasses instead of just relying entirely on voice commands. So if you want to do something in the UI with the gestures and never speak a word out loud, that's advantage number one to having a screen. Number two is you can actually see the viewfinder of the camera now. So you can be very sure of exactly what you're capturing, and you can review pictures and videos after you've taken
Man, creeps are gonna fucking love these, bro. You get to take a POV video in like incognito mode IRL. You get to read and respond to text without people being able to look into your phone. And this is like I don't think I like the demographic of people that are buying these. I'm gonna be honest. There's a problem here. Like I don't know what it is, but I'm bothered.
No, that's also pretty useful. Number three, messaging and even video calls on your glasses are pretty sick. So if you're in a video call, you can see the person you're talking to, and the person on the other end just sees a feed from your forward-facing camera, just straight POV. Then number four, maps, which I think are pretty killer. I've talked about this with Google Glass. If you
Wait,
go to navigate
I get to run
somewhere,
maps in this?
you can open up the maps and then get turn-by-turn directions and a rotating map that tracks with your head to match the direction you're facing, which to someone like me with a terrible sense of direction,
cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty
is
fucking
so
cool.
clutch. And then number five is subtitling basically anything you want in the real world.
Dude, you get an ARPG map overlay IRL. You get to hit that tab button in real life.
Microphones to specifically listen to whatever's in front of you and then put that live text on the HUD of exactly what they're saying. And it works pretty.
Oh, you know what's great is now you don't even have to listen to somebody. They can listen to the person that you're like tuning out for you, and then they'll summarize that conversation back to you and be like, this fucking yapper just said, was talking about his favorite football game.
Quickly. And if that speech is in another language, it should be able to live translate everything for you to understand what they're saying. Again, so clutch. And this is all being wrapped into a real product that you can buy this year with a real price tag that is $800. Which, yeah, it's expensive. It's the price of a whole phone, but it's actually a little bit less expensive than I maybe would have guessed before actually hearing that. I wouldn't be surprised if Meta's actually losing money on the hardware here in an effort to just get them out and get them into people's hands. But that also conveniently brings us to maybe the biggest downside of this particular product, which is that it is Meta. That's not a disaster. I mean, obviously people already like the Meta Ray-Bans already, but it also does mean you still will have the privacy questions of exactly what data is being collected and what they do with it. And then the other...
I can't wait to not only is my phone listening to me every second to personalize my ads, but now these fucking glasses are going to be seeing everything I see. So they'll process the visual data also so it can know what ads to serve me up better. Oh, you just walk past a McDonald's and also your fucking haptic feedback there is like your blood pressure's a little off. I think you're hungry. Tell you what, there's a fucking McDonald's. Let me just pop up the map overlay real quick. You're about 13 feet from a McDonald's. Take that left, bro.
Thing. I don't know if you noticed, but every app that you use on these glasses is strictly first-party stuff. Like messaging with your friends, that's WhatsApp. Video calls on the glasses, that's also WhatsApp. That's not Google Maps. It's their own mapping service, which I can guarantee won't have the best real-time traffic info or ratings like Google Maps has. And they'll even let you scroll through Instagram Reels because Meta owns Instagram. The only exception I saw to this rule was the music playback was done through a partnership with Spotify. But as of right now, or at launch, there is no app store for these. It's coming, allegedly, but not yet. But overall, though, I just can't help but be super impressed with how quickly they have been moving forward with this. Like I said, less than a year ago was that crazy prototype with the separate computer and the $10,000 bill of sale. And now here we are. It's moving so quickly. And I know we're expecting other entries into the smart glasses space probably within the next couple months, I think from Samsung and from Google and maybe some others. But as of right now, these are the best smart glasses with a screen that I've tried, hands down. And the sad thing is you wouldn't really get that from the presentation at all. The keynote
Oh, wasn't this the
was so
clusterfuck
brutal,
presentation?
mainly because so many of the live demos that they tried went about as poorly as they possibly could have. I mean, I watched it live. If you get to watch that back, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's unfortunate because the product is so cool, and I got to give them props for trying to do real demos instead of faking everything, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, this isn't going to be convincing anyone.
What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate a pear to add to the sauce.
What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate the pear and gently combine it with the base sauce.
All right, I think the Wi-Fi might be messed up.
Oh, yeah, it's the
Watch
Wi-Fi.
that video call.
Yeah, that's the
There we
problem.
go.
Fucking Wi-Fi. Dog shit Wi-Fi in here.
Well, let's see what happened there. That's too bad. I
Oh,
don't
the
know what
sun's in my eyes.
happened. The
can't-
irony of the whole thing is that you spend years making technology, and then the Wi-Fi at the day kind of.
Oh, the
patches it.
Wi-Fi.
So, yeah, there's a distinct lack of good videos of people using this tech. And
We spend billions of dollars to steal your privacy data, but we couldn't buy a good enough router.
headsets right now. But I'm predicting that when these actually do come out in a few weeks,
Sounds about
that
right.
we're going to see a pretty significant wave of all this new content of the cool stuff people get to do with this, from the live captioning to the maps to the AI stuff that it's capable of all at once. People are just going to start flooding the internet with content about it. But yeah, seeing how fast these improved really actually, for the first time in a while, got me thinking about if it could bring us closer to a post-smartphone world, which is obviously still super far away. These still need a smartphone to connect to work. But, you know, imagine a world where you're walking around on a scenic hike and you see a cool scene, and instead of taking your phone out and putting a computer between you and the scene, you just, you know, snap the picture on your glasses and just appreciate it. Seems nice, right? Then again, would you rather be talking to someone and see them check their phone or their smartwatch real quick, and it's kind of rude, but then they're over it? Or you're talking to someone who's maybe wearing some glasses like this, and every once in a while they just kind of glance down
Yeah, fuck that.
to the right a little bit while they're talking to you.
While
and
they watch fucking
it's
Subway
subtle, but you
Surfers.
don't know if they're actually paying attention to you or not. Something to think about. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you very soon in the next one. Peace.
Well, those look terrible. I'm good. I'm good on those, dude. Not for me.